Okay, the payroll module, you just click on it and you get a list of employees and time cards that have been done. So under employees, you can hide the inactive. If you have that indented, then the inactive employees don't show up. But you can turn that back on to see them all at any time. So if we look inside of employee, standard information, there are all their demographic information here. The bank, if you use direct deposit, the bank is split up by institution, transit, and bank account number, so it's very clear which segment is for what. Address information, their amounts off their TD1 forms and their salary information and all that. Deductions, so whatever you've got set up in company setup for deductions can be chosen. Benefits the same. This is all their open or all their time cards, so you can look at the time cards for this particular employee here. If you drill down on it, you see the whole payroll run, of which if you choose the person off the list, you can see their information separately there. And then under earnings, showing this year and last year information totaled up. So very simple on the employee itself. If we go into time cards, we'll see a list of all the time cards that we've done so far, and each one of them is listed and all their totals. So what you'll see is that you've got all the information total up. So the vacation pay that was given to all employees for that run, their total net pay, the total gross pay, the total payable. This is payable to the government for that month's tax or that 2 weeks worth of taxes. And there's their tax, CPP, and EI totals. That includes employers' portions. So by taking the month's worth, you can know that those two were for a particular month. You can see the dates on them there. All right. And you can move these columns around too. So if you want to see that information, you can move those columns where you want, just like the rest of the program is. And then you can just drill down on a particular time card entry and you can see each one of them. As you click through them, you can see the information down the bottom here. And also, again, each employee now is listed with their separate information. So other deductions are totaled, or the total is of course on the list we just saw, and these are all the separate entries for each of the employees. And then under here we've got void time card as well. So you can void time card or time cards from here, and it just reverses them. Okay, to enter a time card, so we go new. So we do automatic detection of what the period is. So right now you'll see the last time card we did was period 5, which was March the 15th. So if we choose March 31st, choose 31st. Then here you can add employees one at a time. If every one of your employees is all different, or it's actually easier just to add them all, and it puts all active employees on right away. And if they're all paid by salary, you can simply post it from here. But in this case, you can just click on each employee, adjust it. So if you have to add, say, commission for this one, you can do so. And then if you had to add something for this one, maybe some overtime, like that. And any other adjustments you need to make to it. Notice it's simply clicking on the employee and editing it down here. So very simple. And as it adds, so if you got this employee, you'll see that his, let's take his net pay and let's move it over to the front so we can see it. So right now I'm going to add some overtime, or say commission, and say put 500. And then before I tab here, watch the total on there. Oops, tab. You see the total just changed to 1598. If I take that back off so you can see it, so put it $5, it just dropped to 1260. So it does calculations on the fly. You can see exactly what's happening, so you don't have to do any totaling or anything. Once you're all done, you simply hit the post time cards. It'll ask if you want to post selected or all, so you can select which ones you want to post. But if I do post all, it puts the transaction number in there immediately, marks it off as being posted, and then comes up with a report so you can print off either direct deposit slips or checks or whatever. So then if you want to export the file for uploading to the bank for payroll, you just go up to employee and export. You choose the date of the payroll you want to run, or from you, because you can pick any period that you've done on a time card, even a past one, if you need to update the send up the file. So I export, choose a date, Find a place you want to save the file to in your in a folder, and it creates a CPA 1464 file, which is the common one that the banks use. And just save it, and then connect to your bank and upload it. Um, the other thing that's different in payroll, the general ledger portion. So if I go to general ledger, I go to transactions, and I'll just sort by transaction number so I get my last payroll. So there's a payroll I just posted at the top here. If I double click on it, I see the entry. So this was for employee number 1278. In a lot of cases, you don't know exactly who that is. Now you want to look at the details of this. If you click on view source, it'll show you the time card entry for when we entered that in for that employee. So you can see exactly what it is. So your capability here is to be able to drill down to the time card entry from the general ledger.